This world is currently full. Players in queue. 24.
Preparations for the enchantment are complete. When the heart hath been suffused with a sufficient quantity of ether, the golem should be restored to life.
All right then. Whenever you're ready. It's working! It's working! Magnus! Me for this? This wretched heap of stone and rubble? This worthless pile of earth? And yet, I can't. I can't.
What troubleth thee, child?
I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be. I don't deserve any of the things you've done for me. I'm just a burden, helpless and hopeless. If tomorrow came and I was gone, it would be better for everyone. Thancred most of all. He'll never admit it, but I can see it in his eyes. I wish he'd just say it. Just say that he hates me. That he wishes I was dead so that she could return.
None of this is thy doing, child. 'Twas I who set the oracle on her path unto the first. I who condemned you all to suffer these torments. 'Tis my sin alone, and one that will haunt me unto my dying day. Yet I dare not dwell over long on my many regrets, for the world is a tapestry of fates, interwoven and inseparable. And we who strive to better it cannot choose but make difficult decisions. For naught of worth was ever achieved without sacrifice, and thus must man ever struggle to weigh life against loss. The one for whom thou mournest beareth no grudge. Were she here, she would not suffer thee to languish in sorrow. She would tell thee to seek thine own path, thine own purpose. It is a truth which I myself was slow to learn. Yet a truth it remaineth. Thou needst but have faith. Have faith, and all will be well.
I do like how they slowly fleshed out Urianje's character from Heavensward on. And everything for him comes to a head in Endwalker,
Not
though.
today.
To what do I owe the pleasure that is your extended stay?
Oh, to the tediousness of our hero's present endeavors. That and the insufferable abundance of light in Armorang. I should be glad to keep my distance. Oh, I'm rather fond of sleep, you know. It's a wonderful way to pass the time. Not that my compeers would agree, mind you. Always on the move, the lot of them. Like La Hebrea, constantly jumping from vessel to vessel. Such fire, such determination. So much passion, fleeting and forgotten. Come to think of it, Exarch, I don't believe I've ever seen you retire to your chambers for so much as 40 winks. However do you keep your eyes from closing? The cold shoulder. You wound me, sir. Always so guarded in our every interaction. Interactions you curiously refrain from sharing with the Scions and their champion.
And risk souring your budding relationship? I think not. Much as I dislike you, there are more useful targets for his energies. And I'm not in the habit of pointing him at my enemies like a weapon.
Is that right? Fond of him, are you? You continue to fascinate me, Exarch. But tell me, who are you? The once great nation whose ingenuity gave birth to this tower was shaped by my hand. As such, I know full well the wonders it can facilitate and those it cannot. There is nothing in these walls which could have aided you in summoning our dear friend across time and space. Much less in possession of his mortal flesh, not even I could have performed such a feat.
I see. You had a hand in Allag as well. You would know what I am? I am the adjudicator of the sacred history with which you dared trifle. I am keeper of this tower's boundless wisdom. The wisdom of ages without age, of everywhere and nowhere. The great work of those who tamed the wings of time and grasped the nature of the rift. 'Tis a boon born of sacrifices yet unmade. The parting gift of brave heroes who will one day give their lives for a brighter future. I will not see their hopes and dreams squandered. The history which led us here will be unwritten. I promise you that.
Well, it seems we're both eager to fulfill our duties then.
On that much, we are in agreement.
If memory serves, isn't this the part where we deal with Ranjit? I think it is. Realizing that this is a battleground type quest, I'm absolutely certain of it now. And plus, I believe this is also the scene with the shooting stars meme that you've seen before. Well, that you might have seen before, I should say. I think it's called Shooting Stars anyway. You know, the boo-buddy, boo-ba-doo, buddy, that song thing.
Urianger?
Thou must needs carry on without me. The path to Nabartha Rang lieth open. Whilst thou travellest thither to the south, I would apprise Mistress Alize and the others of our progress. As circumstances permit, I will thereafter rejoin the hunt for the remaining Light Wardens.
Magnus, will the gate close immediately after the trolley passes through?
No, it will stay open until someone closes it manually. Built that way to prevent any untimely accidents.
Then you and the others can meet us in Nabartha Rang, after giving the Yulmorans the slip.
Urianger. Thank you for everything.
Remember, thou needst but have faith.
If you've finished with your goodbyes, I suggest you grab hold of something. Be a shame if you took a tumble. The tracks beyond the gate aren't in the best of shape, so the trolley can only go as far as Malik. Godspeed!
Dead ass though.
Ah, that must be the gate. Well, so far so good.
Oh shit, it's Ranjit!
Wait, is that Ranjit? You're a stubborn old swine, aren't you?
One who has mastered Gukumots fears not the blackest pit or the fieriest hell. Your deeds in the east did not go unnoticed. Long have I lain in wait, and sure enough, you did not disappoint. Had you only sworn fealty to Lord Vorthry, you'd have no cause to skulk about like frightened animals. You will remain as you are, while I dispatch these villains.
No, I won't. I won't let you.
You forget to whom you speak. Who armed you, trained you, fought and killed 1,000 sin-eaters with you. And when you were inevitably cut down and lay lifeless in my arms, who sought out your successor to carry on the futile struggle again and again? We seek to bring peace to what is left of this shattered land, while these mad fools would only bring further chaos down upon us. Do not be deceived, child. Only by Lord Vorthry's hand will this dying world know a sliver of salvation.
I don't know about the world, but I never asked to be saved. However much it hurts, and however hard it gets. It's my life, and I want to live it on my own terms! And those mad fools you want me to abandon, the ones I've traveled with, fought with, and may one day die with, they feel the same. So no, I will not be deceived, no matter what you say. I refuse to believe it's all for nothing. They're everything to me. All I have, and all I need. And I would gladly do anything for them. Let us pass, or kill me. I'm not leaving here without them.
How dare you! Very well. If you would cast your lot with villains, then you shall share their fate.
I heard what you said, and I'm sorry for all the things I've left unspoken.
You have to go, now!
Thancred, no!
Go! Do what you came here to do. I'll not have you waste that newfound resolve on me. I leave her in your hands. Hurry!
Oh yeah, don't we play as Thancred here? I completely forgot about that.
Not another step. Your fight is with me.
You think yourself her protector? As if a whelp like you could be a better father to her than me. Of my blood, answer my call! Rend my foes and ward their blows! Not good. wish you to be her protector! No quarter! You would have her suffer and die. I would spare her that fate.
That is not for you or anyone else to decide, ever again. Not a single day goes by that I don't think about all that you have given me. Countless memories and moments I took for granted. Gods, you grew up so fast. But you had to, didn't you? For those you had lost. For those you could yet save. A world teetering on the very brink of oblivion, for which you gave your everything, without hesitation. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. Then and now. One last time, with a little help. I'm so proud to have been a part of your life. Oh, Minfilia.
For your lives! It's the flood! The flood!
The end is nigh!
Look! There's somebody up there! On top of the palace!
No! Stand back! We shall stay the flood.
But this is what I want! It's my sacrifice to make!
Your time has not yet come, when all hangs in the balance. You must give them hope.
Minfilia!
This place.
Ours is a meeting long overdue. Full glad am I that we may finally speak. My dear, sweet child. Yours is a burden none should ever be forced to bear. Such pain and suffering you have endured. Yet still you came. For this and more, I thank you.
I've lost count of the times I've almost given up. If people hadn't helped me every step of the way, I never would have made it.
Yet here you stand, resolved. Now, tell me your heart's desire.
To defeat the Sin Eaters, and bring this world back from the brink. The remaining Wardens have hidden themselves from us. But with the power of the Oracle, I thought we might be able to find them.
Indeed you could. Their radiance would be unmistakable. But know, my child, that the power you seek will come at a price. We stand now at the crossroads. A decision must be made. 'Tis only natural to be afraid, to hesitate. But for your many trials, you have grown stronger and wiser. And with the love and support of those you hold dear, you have grown to love yourself.
The flood has washed away so much of this world, So many people and places and possibilities, and all the heroes who fought to protect them. Yet here the Scions are, trying so hard to help those few of us who remain, and seeing how tirelessly they work, how completely committed they are to the cause. I can't help but believe. But I want to do more than just watch and cheer. I want to make a difference. I want to help them, like they helped me, and maybe even inspire others to do the same. Coming together, providing for one another. That's the only way forward I can see.
'Tis a beautiful, wonderful dream. One we share, though my power was all but spent in staying the flood. I prayed this final act would give hope to those who survived. That self-same hope lives on in you. It gives me comfort to know that the future is in capable hands. If ever you should falter, remember this. No one, however powerful, is immune to the whisperings of doubt and despair. Do not give in to them. But do not deny them either. Look instead to the light within.
Thank you, Minfilia, for believing in us. For believing in me.
Dearest friend, no words can express my gratitude to you for keeping her safe in these tumultuous times. You are a hero to us both. But not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. Only together may you change the fate of two worlds.
Ah, there you are. We were worried.
Really? He wasn't the one that nearly got himself killed. It's a good thing Urianger called on us when he did. You were at death's door when we found you.
But thanks to your timely ministrations, I was not obliged to walk through it.
Minfilia?
You saw her.
I know I haven't exactly been pulling my weight up till now, but that's all going to change, starting today. I'll do whatever it takes to make Minfilia's dream a reality. I can track the Light Wardens now, maybe even help you fight them.
I'm glad you're back.
You don't have to say that, you know.
But I want to. Your family. How else would I feel?
She will need a name.
A name?
A name of her own. I would not have her walk in the shadow of another any longer. And I think it a fitting tribute to our departed friend, too. At the mention of Minfilia, I would remember the woman who preserved our fellowship when all seemed lost. Do you remember what you were called before you were taken to Yulmore?
I'm sorry, I don't. I couldn't have been very old when it happened.
Then we must think of a new name. Suggestions?
If the lady herself has no preference, I think the honor should rightly fall to Thancred.
Lol, how you doing, Rita?
After all they have been through together, he's practically a father to her.
Well spotted. I'm so glad you're here to explain these things.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing.
What about Rean?
Ah, blessing in Fae. Wait, doth this mean thou wert listening when I delivered my lectures on the Pixies?
Not exactly, but that one word made an impression. Of course, if it's not to your liking, I can think of something else.
Rean. Yes, I rather like the sound of it. Thank you.
That settles it then. Welcome aboard, Rean.
I won't let you down.
Neon, I keep nodding off, and I'm not even that tired. Help! But I've got my headset plugged into console. How would that work? That would be up to you. Oh. Sorry about that thumping there. I was trying to get myself to wake up. Because I got in a pretty solid nap, but... That doesn't matter. Ugh. Hello. Are you? Let me check. Oh, yeah, you are. There. Well, make sure you're not muted anymore first. I mean, you shouldn't be. I had include voice chat audio turned off, but I turned it back on, so that should have done the trick. Booka booka. Really? Okay. Ah, well, shit. Oh, I got a few seconds. Let me go to my settings here. No, not captures and broadcast. There. Oh shit, it's one in progress.
It might be. I can hear myself now.
Okay, there we go.
What level are you?
77.
Oh, cool.
I'll be 78 after this dungeon. Even though I'm not going to get full EXP because I got into one in progress that was already past the first boss, but that's not a big deal. You know?
Hey. Dog good.
Oh my god.
I'm eating cookies.
The name of the friggin' black mage, dude.
Oh. Bless. You've been sleeping too much. I have to.
I haven't really been sleeping all that much.
You slept most of the day away.
Not really.
Yes, really. There's really not time. There's not day anymore.
So?
You slept the day away. And now you want to sleep more?
Maybe.
Don't do it, biatch. Bleh. Bleh. Sorry.
Blur.
Oh, you're fighting one of the golems from Dragon's Breath.
It's forcing me to.
It's a bucket golem.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's got friggin' buckets all over it.
Bleh. What do you think of the snarl?
Of the what?
The snarl.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The snow.
Oh, yeah. It's snow. Stuff I've seen before.
The snarl. From a style perspective, I really like Reaper.
You're quiet for some reason.
I am?
That's better.
Is that better?
Yeah.
As I said, saying, from a style perspective, I really like Reaper. The dash is great. Blah, 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 blah. My retainer has returned. My other retainer has also returned. And you're a murderer.
Yes. And there's level 78.
Oh, great. We need to watch Psycho Gorman again.
Why?
Because it was awesome.
I mean, yeah, but...
You don't like watching movies again?
Well, I mean, I didn't say that. It just... Don't you think it's a little soon?
You could literally watch Idiocracy.
Yeah, but Idiocracy is the exception, not the rule.
Oh, those you deserve a Voyagers then.
Fuck off.
See, you know you love the character.
Yeah.
It's definitely a movie you've never seen anything like before, isn't it?
Pretty much. I mean, the only thing that came even remotely close to that, at least stylistically, was Evil Dead, and that's nothing even like it.
It literally, I love it because it takes everything that you expect
and flips it on its head. Yeah. Even the ending, man.
Yeah, I'm glad we both agree that we really want to see the movie that was within that movie.
Yeah.
I want to see. I want to see the history of Psycho Gorman. I do love that ending where he's like, he learned the power of love, so he can use it.
Yeah. Except for the family, so they're gonna be the only ones left.
It's so stupidly beautiful.
I know.
Let me rebalance the audio real quick on that. Arg, 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 arg.
Damn it, the asshole turned right as I went to use Gallows. What a dick. Oh well. Time to fight the winged coin.
Time to fight the Bible Revelations nightmare.
Pretty much.
Kind of ironic that a lot of people don't realize, no, if you've read your Bible, this is what angels are supposed to look like, is shit like this, okay?
Yep.
Especially, like, in Revelations. They look fucking insane. I like this battle, to be honest. I'm sorry. That weird cough from that. Time to do some hunts. Time to eat that cheese.
Ah! Ow!
Yeah, you got to bleast it.
Yeah. That's because I kind of lost attention span there, and on top of that, I have a little bit of stick drift in my left stick, so that threw me off a bit too.
A little bit?
Yeah. You can probably see that sometimes when I just randomly walk a little bit.
That's unfortunate. I got stick dripped in one of my DualShock controllers as well, just a little bit, but it's on the right.
Yeah.
Plus, the camera every so often being awkward. Unless it's a game where like it uses the analog sticks as like a pseudo mouse and it goes apeshit. Because those are super fucking sensitive for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Does any of the new stuff Astrologian get any new attack spells, or is it still just me having the same type of attack spells?
What's that?
Does Astrologian get any new attack spells, or is it still just the same core, just maybe a little upgraded?
It's just a little upgraded. It becomes Fall Malefic.
And I still really don't get what Astrodyne does.
Astrodyne is your personal buff. If you have one Astrologian, if you have one seal, or one unique seal rather, it just restores, it just becomes like a lucid dreaming. If you have two unique seals, it becomes a lucid dreaming with a spell speed buff. And then if you have all three unique seals, it becomes a lucid dreaming with a spell speed buff and a damage up.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, I use it every time I get the chance. Doesn't matter what seals I have, I just use it.
So neat. Blah. Yeah, because I'm leveling Astrologian now while I do hunt.
Whoa! What the fuck did I do there? Now I might as well save the LB. Unless I can manage it, I don't know.
I'm so sorry about the awful coffee.
Ah! Fuck. I got clipped. Oh well. It was worth a try.
What was worth a try?
I was trying to finish off the boss because the healer died.
Oh.
Yeah. Whee! By the way, I'm keeping this damn scythe as a glamour.
What now?
I'm keeping this scythe as a glamour.
I don't blame you. I'm keeping the one level 88 sage weapons for glamour because they're cool ass flying steampunk machine guns.
I kind of wish that the glamour dresser was universal across all of your characters, but eh.
That would be interesting. Yeah, dude, I do find it funny how big Earthly Star is now.
How what now?
Sorry, how big Earthly Star is now.
Oh, yeah. It's freaking hilariously huge. You're fine.
Just one of those things. I'm gonna sneeze today.
I have to wonder how obvious it is that I'm not a new player, even though Valdar is getting new player bonuses and stuff.
Hey. You're one of the WoW refugees.
Yeah, really.
Not me. I'm a Hello Kitty Island adventure refuge.
Hoi!
No game's more hardcore than that.
Club Penguin is? What are you talking about?
No, Club Penguin's hardcore in a different way. I don't want to be saying those gamer words, okay? That'll get me in trouble. That's a whole totally different style of hardcore. It's like Xbox Live hardcore on crack.
I need to check to make sure. I need to check to make sure I don't have your volume turned down. I don't think I do, but
why would you think that you do?
Because sometimes you come through really quietly. I don't know.
That might be because I'm doing these weird cops and shit. I'm moving my head in a weird way.
Although I don't think moving your head would do it if you're on the headset mic like I am.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm coming through the headset. Well, here, test.
I could only
Did I fade in and out?
Yeah.
It is the mic then, on the headset. If I do this, do you hear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because this is my first time using my headset in a while. Because I use my IEMs a lot lately.
IEM?
In your monitors, my earbuds.
Oh, right. Wait, what's different with those than a normal pair of headbuds or whatever?
They're more focused on sound delivery and isolation and stuff. They're earbud types that give you a more direct audio feed, and they're a good price for what they are. And also, their cable is replaceable.
Oh.
That's one of the reasons why I love them. If my evil cat, I love her. If my evil cat ever fucking eats through the cable, I can replace the cable.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad those travelers made it all the way to Nabatha Reng. But when Urianger told me the Talos was in pieces, and the trolley didn't look much better, I couldn't help wondering what in the hell's had gone on.
What indeed?
At least the heart is in one piece. The rest is replaceable.
Looking at this mess, though, it's a miracle they survived.
You can say that again.
I forget when we finish off Ranjit for good. I can't remember if it was the fight that Thancred had with him before Malik goes.
I think it is.
Well, but he just vanishes, though. I could have sworn he appeared one more time after that or something.
I think the last fight is one of the glamour fights where you fight him as Thancred, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one I just did before. Where Thancred has his Endwalker moment.
I think that might be the last fight with him.
I do know
like Ranjit as a antagonist, but
I do know Ranjit eventually gets dealt with completely, where he's like dead, but I don't know when that happens. Because he just vanishes when Thancred beats him, and that's it.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah.
At last, night has returned to Amareng.
I think the next dungeon is Mount Gulg, ain't it?
You see if we don't.
Pretty sure it is.
No. I'll look just to make sure. Yeah, it's Mount Gold.
No doubt retreating in the wake of the
That's 89.
Back to Calusia, the last refuge of light.
Home to our dear Lord Vorfrey, who will no doubt do everything in his power to thwart us.
As well he should. For defeat there would spell the end for both him and his heavenly host.
I can't remember if we go to the Tempest before or after we get access to the second half of Calusia.
Excuse me, after, because you remember the final dungeon is Amarat itself.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You go to the final dungeon for the main story.
Well, that and the second half of Calusia is where Mount Gulg is, so it wouldn't make sense for you to go to the Tempest first.
Yeah.
Unless you go there for, like, a brief moment or something, which I guess is a possibility, but...
I don't think so, because at the top of Mount Gulg, after you beat Vothri, that's when the big reveal of, like, Emmett Silk's plan is, and that's when you get things revealed with that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess since I'm already in this general area, I might as well fill in the map and get some EXP from that. And then I'm going to head to Ul'dah for the Reaper quest. Might as well get that done. Unless I just should go to 80 first and then go do, you know, slash them both out at the same time or something. I don't know. I suppose it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think I'll just wait for a little bit. Because usually the last two quests you kind of want to chain together anyway. Not so much for EXP, but because it usually the next mission usually leaves off on a cliffhanger, so you generally want to jump right into it. And plus, I think that's what we did on Sage and your Reaper, I think, right?
I think so, yeah. Ooh. Doing the fate, and there's a red mage femro here. That always makes me happy.
Well, yeah, her name's Velany Maldua.
I'm on Astrologian right now. It's a different person.
What level is your Astro at the moment?
80 on the cusp of 81.
Nice. Maybe we can link up once Zaldar gets there. Or something. Then again, maybe not, because I'll be doing MSQ stuff. You know?
Yeah. I'm level 81 now.
Rats. That being said, I honestly think that, you should probably work on one of your alts. Maybe like Canyon or something at some point. Like what I'm doing with Valdar, you know?
I will after I get all this jobs. As you know, that's a bigger goal for me.
Well, yeah. Although, I gotta say, like,
Hi, Luke.
With Valdar, it feels kind of, like, bad leaving some of the quests hanging, like the Beast Tribes and shit like that. Because I know that some of my Endwalker cutscenes won't be as thorough or as full. Because, well, he's not going to be as much of a savior of the realm as what Sari was. Is, you know?
Because you neglected him.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. That was inevitable anyway, because he's not my main.
Poor Quoofgore. Poor Quoofgore.
Of course, once I get him where I want him, I might start keeping him up to date. I don't really know for sure.
You're not gonna.
I might.
Let's not get ourselves.
I might. You never know. I've been having fun with him, so... I mean, at the very least, it's something different, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, if it wasn't for your weird shit with... I don't want to play this as Sarah, you would still be having just as much fun playing that class as her.
I doubt it.
If you didn't have that weird shit. As I said, if you didn't have that weird thing, I don't want to play a cool class as Sarah. I wanted her to be a healer weenie. I don't want to be cool as Sarah. I want to be a dork.
Yes, but if you weren't such a smartass, you'd be tolerable. See, I can do the what-if game, too.
It's a good thing I don't care if I'm tolerable. It's gonna be like that image earlier.
Heh.
Adora.
Nice. Would that I could be that whip.
Well, but you're gonna be hit with that whip.
Eh.
Should have a catchphrase when you use it, like whip. Scorpio is great.
That line. She thought so hard on it too. She was like, "You should have a catchphrase when you use it." Like, do 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 whip. Of course, it wasn't that long, but it certainly felt that long. You know.
Even you have to admit, Scorpio
yes, mother.
is pure cinnamon roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, mother. Wasn't
it? I was being cheeky with Ishtola.
Oh.
She's like, "You will go get rest," and I'm like, "Yes, mother." She's, "Ha! None of that cheek, or I'll take you across my knee." I mean, I'd let Ishtola take me over her knee any day, wouldn't you?
I don't know. I've seen what she can do.
All the more better. More better.
She can banish you to the Shadow Realm.
Come on, sometimes you just gotta go with the flow, man.
But you're forced to play Yu-Gi-Oh! For the rest of your life, and while you might like that, that would be a nightmare to me.
Well, that's what you're doing right now, so I don't really see the problem there.
I guess, but that's only to get levels, okay?
You could be saying you're playing Magic Yo.
Astrologian will definitely never be my main, ever.
Why?
I'm not that big of a fan of fucking around with the card shit.
Not that big of a deal, if you ask me. It's gotten better.
Yeah, but I'm just like, eh.
It does take some getting used to, admittedly.
It's cool, but it's not my favorite. If I was going to switch full-time healer, I don't think it'd be Astra.
It'd probably be Sage, because of how much you friggin' revere it.
It's cool as fuck, yo. I get Gundam lasers. What's cooler than Gundam lasers?
Cards.
Hell no. Cards are not as cool as Gundam lasers, you fucking loser.
I disagree. Cards that can cut people and be sturdy enough to be, you know, like Gambit or whatever, that's super cool. Lasers are generic and boring.
No, cards are literally generic as fuck. And it's not even that
Real
cool.
life
You
cards,
don't even have the
maybe.
Gambit. You don't even have the Gambit power. It's not like your cards slam into people and explode.
No, but Orion J's do.
You're not Orion J, okay?
Yeah, it is kind of unfair that he can use them as ranged attacks.
Suffer this purgatory shall forever remain a mystery.
And use rescue on enemies.
But I like the weapon stage. I think it's cool as fuck. Which is what makes their auto attack so fucking awkward.
I mean, it is cool, don't get me wrong, but...
Not their auto attack, it's dorky.
Are you alright?
They literally palm strike. They don't even use the fucking cool floaty guns. And that's probably because, well, there is no auto ranged attack unless you're one of two classes. Well, one of three classes, I guess.
Yep.
What just happened?
Oh yeah, I think this is where it was revealed that Ardbert is our other half.
We say that and my brain heard a different name altogether.
Oh?
My brain heard Arthur, and I'm like, what?
Nice.
What a wonderful kind of day. We can learn to laugh and play.
I still had a role to play.
Get along
Even
with
the most
each
valiant
other.
heroes can stand alone.
No, it couldn't be. There's only one hero in this room, and it is not me. I'm just a shadow, cursed to wander.
Although, thinking back on it now, it's surprising in hindsight, in retrospect, that the Light Warden's light even had a chance to corrupt us like this. And the only thing that I can figure is it's because we're technically a sundered soul still. But when we do rejoin with Ardbert later on, I believe that's when the Traveler's Ward becomes wholly complete again. You know?
Mm.
Is everything alright?
Let's be honest though, sometimes stuff's happened in the narrative just purely as a MacGuffin to give us a reason.
True.
It's kind of like how Samus loses her powers every time at the start of
And did it pass?
That's right. Or how Adol
Thank goodness for that.
loses the superpowered weapon from the previous game. Somehow. Every time.
Didn't you say the dumbest one was he got seasick and dropped it overboard or something?
No, it wasn't seasick. Like, I absolutely love Ease 8. It's great. And it's hilarious what happens there, because at the start, you're fighting this big, giant, kraken octopus thing, and then it tips the ship, and the sword goes flying out of your hand into the ocean. It's like... And most people go, okay, whatever, they're not going to give you the most powerful weapons. As someone who is an Ease veteran, just like, fucking again.
Every time.
God damn it.
Hey, at least it has some continuity there. At least it does that.
Oh no, in Ease 9 it's even funnier because there's this one organization that literally, like, kinda...
That you survived this.
Like, while you're hiding your identity, there's an organization that knows about it all and stuff. And they're kind of busting his balls about the fact that, alright, you constantly come in contact with these rare ancient artifacts, and then you lose them.
The final Light Warden is all that stands between us and victory.
So at this point, it's just an in-joke in the friendship.
Pretty much.
I will see if there is aught that may remedy the strange affliction.
But at least it's self-aware. Metroid has not given us that pleasure of being that self-aware yet.
Except for one time. And it didn't make any sense.
No doubt. Even if I had my pick of every Reflections heroes,
what do you mean?
I could not have asked for a
Remember,
champion.
Other M? She didn't lose her powers. Or her abilities.
Well,
she just had to wait for the friggin' Alliance to okay it, or whatever. Federation.
No, Other M's the most offensive version of it all. It's literally the most offensive version. I'd rather have had her like get caught in some explosion or some shit like usual. There's some other horse shit.
Yeah, I know.
But that reason, like, you're going to take like the most badass fucking anti-authoritarian fucking bounty hunter, and then just shit all over her reputation with this bullshit.
Now, well, I kind of agree with you that what should have happened is she should have been caught in some sort of an explosion or something. Maybe some sort of computer virus infected her systems or whatever, and the Federation is you know, checking in on it from time to time, you know, and then it's like, okay, this system is cleared, you're good to go, but this other system is still infected, you know. Anything would have been better than having her wait for the okay to use it. It's like, bitch, please. This, you know, Samus would freaking flip the bird and just go running. She's like, fuck you.
Matter of fact, I think it would have been better if she'd have had some type of internal computer system, like, telling her at this point it's too fucking dangerous to use this weapon.
Yeah.
And that's why, and have her refuse to use it, so that means you can't use it. That would have been less offensive. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
What, Gar? All the kitties are coming in and bugging me while I'm talking. Gar.
He's a good kitty. You're still a baby too, Gar, even though we have a new kitten. But I'm sure you feel the same way I do. Like pets, they're family, and they're always babies. Doesn't matter if you have a dog or a cat that's like 30 years old and gray and hobbling around, they're still a baby, okay?
Yep.
That's just how I feel.
This must be from the false future, or the future that Graha is trying to change. That little clip there. I'm pretty sure it was.
Well, yeah, the false future. The one that's completely made up to give us, like, pure motivation.
Well, no, apparently it really happened. It's just Urian J kind of exaggerated it to make it seem more dire than what it actually was. Because here's the thing, you know, your character echoes it, like when they dream or whatever, so that alone proves that it happened, you know. But that was the world where Black Rose got released into the world.
As some a villain at some future story point, there's going to be an antagonist or a group of people that get a hold of that. Like an antagonist might use it on purpose, a group of people might use it on accident. They'll find a bit of what's left and it'll be used again.
Maybe. But I don't know about that, you know.
I just feel like there was too much setup with that for it not to get used in some story point eventually. Because it's almost like an ultimate weapon because it's a untraceable killer.
Now that I think about it, if I recall correctly, during the Sorrow of Werlet storyline, I believe that the dude that was over that part, that one really annoying Ellison dude that, gets squished by what's her name later on, the one that pilots Diamond Weapon.
Yeah.
I think maybe he mentioned it, that there was still some traces left or whatever, and he aimed to use it against us at some point, or something like that. I remember there was like a throwaway line, well, not really a throwaway line, but it was like, plot, 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 oh yeah, Black Rose is a thing, plot, 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 that kind of throwaway line.
Yeah.
I feel like there was someone that said something about it. It might have been Varys before he got killed. I can't remember, but it's something like that. So you're right, it might come back into play later on.
I can see it coming back into play, because again, there was too much buildup, because it's actually more of an ultimate weapon than any of those machines would have ever been, if you look at it from what it can do.
True.
Again, it's an untraceable killer.
Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan.
Although, given what Black Rose does, though, I think the Warrior of Light would be immune to it now.
I don't think so.
Thus far, we have vanquished 4 light warriors, restoring...
Well, the reason that I say that is because we have the Traveler's Ward that's complete. Our ether cannot be touched.
Yeah, but from what I remember, it isn't touching your ether. It's killing you, like on a
because it's poisoning your ether
inside of your. I thought it was poisoning like all the cells and shit in your body.
No, it's poisoning your ether, and then it's causing those physical maladies because of that. It's basically draining you of the ether, or something like that.
Just take care of this one last warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Norvrant once and for all.
But it makes me sad that, Garlemald, I love how it looks. It's cool and awesome. I'm never going to get my cool techno wonderland, properly in this game, am I? It's going to be this, broken city, we're going to brush over it, and now we're going to get it. Man.
No, there's a possibility we'll get Garlemald restoration. Yoshi P kind of hinted at that.
Do you hear?
I just want my techno wonderland,
okay? Joining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not
I want a cool technological place. I want something that doesn't look like it's like trees or rocks. God fucking damn it. Or a medieval castle.
In truth, you only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins.
And give us one of those teeny little cars as a mail.
You know they probably will eventually if enough people request it.
It's so just funny thinking about using it.
Kind of makes me think of Dragon Ball Z in a way.
Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart.
Yeah, except for when everyone in the cast, except for 3 people, can all fart their way through fly.
Alas,
there's no point in them having them, so
you think only of the problem in front of your nose.
It's kind of boring like that, actually, that everyone can fly.
A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
I know most people go, no, yeah, because it saves them having to animate extra shit. Yeah, whatever. It's from a story standpoint, it's kind of boring.
I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you. You won't object if I borrow your plaything. In the distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life. It began without warning. The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land.
Again, maybe another reason why I also like the original Dragon Ball more.
He sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiac born, and by his power was
There's
order
multiple vehicles
restored.
in that. Like even Goku himself has the fucking flying Nimbus. But then that disappears and he can just fly.
Thankless fools began to fear that Zodiac's might was too
I'd
great,
like the flying Nimbus
and
more
so they
than him just
conjured
being able to
another
fly.
keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiac,
But that makes
scattering
him
his
too much
being
like the
across
character he's
space and
actually based
time.
on.
So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
Yes, yes. And there began our woes, with Hydaelyn's blow and all that it wrought. As a counterbalance to Zodiac, Hydaelyn was created with the power to enervate her foe. This singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence. For example, were she to strike you, two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects. Strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved. Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiac, but the very star. Only 3 were fortunate enough to escape the Sundering, me being one of them. When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair. The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past. Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about. Pitiful, disturbing, depressing. So, we took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds. But in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th. It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard. A flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
You think we'll ever go to the 13th shard and restore it somehow? Even though I'm pretty sure it was the world of darkness, but still.
Maybe. We have
From a
plenty of
purely
worlds
Axiom
to try to save.
standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical. But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot condone.
And there can also be tons of other worlds that have life on it.
Existence,
True.
You continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler
Because like
than
Minion
any
can say what she wants, but that was how long ago that she did that?
Well, it doesn't
she
really
definitely
matter.
hasn't seen
Like
anything
even
since
if every other world but Aetheris was dead worlds, who's to say we can't find a way to restore them? And we have the Ragnarok, so I guarantee that's going to come back into play at some point. And the very fact that, for whatever reason, the Ragnarok sort of copied itself, and one still remains in Ultima Thule, you know?
True.
But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo, I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you.
Yeah, I do like how they wrapped everything up with the Endwalker to where they can literally do whatever the fuck they want at this point.
Oh, don't look at me like that. You for whom I have only the highest expectations. A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined.
We'll get a DC Comics crossover and we'll go save Krypton.
A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over. So, finish your task and slay the Light Warden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive me, my lord, but this could not wait.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Yulmur. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Vorthri is concerned for the safety of his citizens.
You think he's harboring the Light Warden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Yulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Colusia. God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
We should begin by assembling in Rite. There we may assess the situation in Yulmur and decide how best to proceed.
I am righteousness, and righteousness will prevail.
Cheetos.
I do have to wonder what level Valdar will end up being by the time he actually gets to Endwalker content. I'd wager like 82 or 83.
Just have to wait and see. Pardon me. Sorry,
you're fine.
The hunts in there I'm at, like I'm listening to the Final Fantasy IV music, and it's still, is it weird that it drives me a bit mad when I hear people, especially when they say it's like their favorite one stuff, and they still refer to, in this day and age, in fucking 2002. 2022, my bad. In this age, they're still calling Final Fantasy IV Final Fantasy II. I'm just like, I get why, but
it's so
why?
weird. It's so
Stop
weird
that.
It's so weird that they do it to that one, but not 6. Like I was
I've
pretty.
heard people do it to Final Fantasy VI as well, call it Final Fantasy III. I've heard that too.
It's rare though for me. Like I know I was pretty quick to adjust from calling it Final Fantasy III to 6, but you know, it's not like it was an instantaneous transition. But still,
It's like my brain wants to ask 2 questions. Like, first off, how old are you? You have to be around the same age as me, saying this type of shit. But also, have you not touched a Final Fantasy game since the fucking SNES? Or even seen them?
Pretty much. But the thing that irks me, though, is all the other Final Fantasies, people are completely fine with saying the number that they represent. You know, they don't go Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy II, Final Fantasy III, Final Fantasy IV, you know. But why do they do that for Final Fantasy X? I hear people call it Final Fantasy X more than I hear them calling it 10, and I'm like, what are you doing?
I don't know. People are weird.
The sausage links make me think of the Gulkin sausage meme back from 11. Remember those?
Yes, I do. But, yeah, I just... Come on now. This is not what games they are. Please stop that. Please stop it.
Oh yeah, this is when we reveal the truth of Neil.
Strange. Passing strange.
What?
By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Forthry's mind control.
The truth. Oh, Meal.
Yeah,
I heard you say
M-E-O-L.
Neil.
The Grass Tyson?
No, I was actually thinking of a character from the Young Ones, but
oh, yeah.
Of innate magical resistance.
Boom Shanka.
Curious.
May the seed of your own be ever fruitful in the belly of your woman.
No trouble on that. My thanks for securing the way.
I can't remember if that was an actual old saying from that show or if it was just something they bullshitted.
I see we were
well, they bullshitted it, but it is from... It is from...
No, I know it's from Young Ones. I know that. But what I was meaning is if it was like a real old saying that they kind of corrupted or whatever, or if it was something they literally made up and bullshitted just for that show. And likewise, I can't remember if the characters themselves bullshitted and it just kind of stuck.
That it might be like completely ad hoc on that, like completely.
What can you tell us?
Like done on the fly, but like Neil was meant to be like a hippie character, so who knows?
All I know is I got my own doodity-doo button.
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches
That's a different show altogether.
Oh yeah, that was Black Book or something like that.
Yeah,
but there's
my other
different
favorite
about
British
it.
comedy.
Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Was that called Black Books? That is what it was called, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I'm so sad that it ended so early, but I get his reason why, because he didn't want it to become a weird sitcom. He kind of wanted to just see how it is.
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him.
I get it, but it still makes me sad because it was so fucking funny.
I thought it best to bring him along.
I do love how Alice and Alfino are constantly being confused for one another.
Who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium? It's me. See, after you saved my life in
but
Yulmore,
it's way more
somewhere far away, but
annoying for poor Alice.
Yeah. Of course, I don't know of any realistic twins that are differently gendered like that if they get confused for one another as often as Alfino and Alice do.
If they're identical twins when they're younger, it might happen a lot.
Whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume.
So you think we'll ever bridge the gap between the first and the source, so that like characters like Y'shtola and Runar and Thancred and Reen and all that other stuff can be reunited?
Right, so
probably.
Airship flew in
Isn't that kind of a goal that Y'shtola's trying to go for?
Yeah, but I mean,
you could hear him from all the way out here.
I wonder if it'll happen during Endwalker or if it'll wait until 7.x.
Shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
I don't think it'll be happening anytime soon. It's far too soon to give us something like that.
Not necessarily.
In my opinion, from a story perspective, it's far too soon to give us something like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, if it happens during 6.x, it could happen late in 6.x, dude. And you know as good as I do, that's still a year and a half away from now.
Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vorfrey after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
There's something I need Reen to see. This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Man, I want to watch through Black Books
Oh,
again.
that's
It's
just
been a
me.
long time.
You want dolls this stuff out.
That first episode is so great.
Mm.
With the little book of calm, and then somehow the little book of calm falls into Manny's soup, and he eats the soup, and then he eats the little book of calm.
I know what it is.
And goes to the hospital. Then somehow his body just absorbs the little book of calm, and he basically becomes Jesus.
Yeah.
And then he goes up while Burnett's trying to fucking deal with.
So it is.
With his taxes and shit. But then he goes outside and is trying to.
Yet if one were to consume it regularly.
Oh yeah, like he's doing everything he can to avoid his taxes, even talking to fucking Jehovah's Witnesses and shit.
Yeah.
And then like Manny in his Jesus form is walking down the street and is talking calmly to a bunch of skinheads, and Burnett notices and goes outside. Yeah. He's like, oh, skinheads, that's as much shit as skinheads.
Like, I know that Bernard's character was supposed to be an asshole and whatnot, I get that, but I remember there was one particular episode where I just felt he was way out of line even for his character, and I can't remember which one that was.
I love Bernard so much.
To explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up sin eaters and feeding them to people. Altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back. There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
These sin eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up? Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave.
Like the Thunderdome.
Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor. Vorthra's deeds are beyond justification. Beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there. And I'm all for going after it. But our enemies know our
So in
faces.
hindsight, I do want to add
They know
up
that we are
that
coming,
taxes are
and they will not let
bullshit.
us through without a
And not
fight.
because you shouldn't pay them.
Like
You
it or
should.
not,
While they're
time to
bullshit,
stealth
is
is
we
past.
have a branch of the government dedicated
If
to
you
dealing
would
with
be so
tax
good
stuff.
as to lead the charge.
Yet, you still have to figure up your own shit or pay somebody else to do it. When they know, like that's the reason why they come after you, because they know exactly how much you're supposed to pay. Why can't they just tell you, you owe this much, instead of forcing you to figure it out?
That
I know, right?
has always felt like horse shit to me. Because not only does fucking, like, nor grade nor high school, neither one fucking prepare you for that. But then they expect that, no. You literally have a branch of the government that it's their job to do this.
Yeah, and
send people the fucking bill, let them know exactly how much they owe, and be at it, you know?
Yeah. But then the other thing, too, is a lot of the time you don't know what's supposed to be a deductible and what's not supposed to be a deductible. And sometimes if you audit the wrong thing, or if you make even a penny's worth of a mistake, they'll be like, gotcha, bitch.
Oh no, like they'll usually, like if it's a small mistake, there is some error, but the thing is though, is it's very easy, especially if you're doing it yourself and you don't really know what you're doing, to fuck with you and they go, well, taxes are easy. Maybe, but maybe not, because for someone like me, I'm a neurodivergent fuck. This is just like, you might as well be asking me to assemble a fucking car from the loose parts. And you know what? I could probably assemble the car first. The numbers are not my forte, okay? And then asking me to figure out numbers for shit, I'm like,
he would use his own.
I'm like, it's literally been a year since I saw any of this shit. How the fuck do you expect me to remember a year ago this shit? Like, you should be keeping it. Why should I be keeping it?
And
you
to make
fuckers have it on file. Just fucking tell me.
To make matters worse, though, is if you do hire someone to do it for you, they'll charge you an arm and a frickin' leg, too.
That's not so true anymore. Like, there's some pretty good places that don't charge that much. But the thing is, it should just be a thing that they could tell you, because if they can come after you for fucking up, like, that means you knew all along. So why didn't you just fucking tell me, so I can just pay it?
Every other bill
Goddamn
works that
assholes.
way. You know?
Yeah, but I'm not against paying taxes. No, taxes are important. They go to things that are important, even though we need to redistribute them. And our taxes should go to more to helping our country instead of funding our military.
And or lining the richest people with the rich people's pockets with even more money.
Yeah, but taxes are important. They serve a purpose, although their purpose should be more focused than what it is. Like, no, people should pay their taxes. It's just taxes should be more straightforward. Literally, they know how much you owe. I don't understand why they can't just fucking tell you.
But, you know, then on top of all that, you know, not only, like, do they expect you to figure out your own tax budgets and all that other crap, but they will also still take, you know, 20% of your overall income for taxes. And it's like, excuse me, let that 20% cover all of my quote-unquote tax budget then.
Yeah.
You know?
And here's the thing, like, there are a lot of people that argue, well, there's things you can get that could be tax deductible that they don't know about, and you have to file it afterwards. And stuff. I'm like,
well, yeah.
That's fine. Give me the initial bill, and then let me file that shit with it. And let them figure out the fucking tax deduction, or let that be my job to figure out the tax deduction from this thing, instead of not just tell me how much I owe, and, you know?
Yeah.
Tell me how much I owe, and then I'll figure out the other shit. Or at least I'll gather the other shit, and I'll send it to you all, and with the bill, and then anything that's over, you can send me back, or whatever, in a check, or whatever the fuck. Because I know if you have your own business and shit, you can do a lot of extra tax deductions, which makes tax work even more of a nightmare.
Never mind the fact that there's also tax exemptions, usually for the rich.
A good example, like, if you took what you had and, like, didn't have the issues you had and was able to make it like a full-time business, you could actually use, like, your internet bill and things like that, and, like, computer parts and things like that. You could use them on tax deduction stuff that would be considered work. But then you have a lot more to figure out yourself, because that's on you. And that, I kind of get it being more on you. That's when you want to hold on to a lot of receipts and shit like that to have a way to file and note it.
Pay me back later.
Robble, 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 robble.
Huh? I don't know. I'm gonna express my anger. Robble, robble, robble.
I'll break your funny bones.
I think it's funny though that Reaper has no positionals other than Gibbet and Gallows, at least that I could see.
The thing is though, is that as you get higher up and like you'll see. You'll be doing lots of positionals with those.
Like I said, Gallows and Gibbet seem to be the only ones that have any sort of positional requirement.
Yeah, but you'll be doing it a lot.
Well, yeah, but even still. Well, that's what True North is for, really.
Yep. Hell, Reaper showed me how to properly use True North, and I appreciate it for that.
I mean, I don't see how. Like, I know Samurai...
when you see how much I can start doing that combo shit, I'm telling you, you'll be doing all your extra moves outside. Like, your normal melee combo, you won't be doing as much as your other moves as you get along in the class.
I mean, I don't know. I'm still doing them quite a lot, even with the double charges on Soul Slice and shit.
Yeah, but you're not even 80 yet. And once you get 90, it's going to get batshit.
Well, hopefully not too batshit.
I think batshit in a good way.
Ah, Ranjit.
You will find my master in his chamber.
Actually, I think this is the last time you do it, Ranjit.
I do think it's funny that he's basically the proto-Reaper.
Well, yeah.
But only should you kill me this time. And you will not. You may think me under his spell, but I uphold Lord Vorthry's ideals of my own volition. Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict. Thus, have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience. But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
Defeat Ranjit. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, so all the other abilities I can't really set to the hotbar anyway, right?
Yeah.
Hey, man. I hate that when you do anything other than Gibbet or Gallows, it still eats your freaking soul thingy. Soul Reaper. I mean, you'd think it would enhance the weapon skills in somehow, but it, you know, in some way, but it doesn't.
No, you gotta go with the ebb and flow.
Yes, I knew. Ah, no.
Uh-oh, stinky. Careful with my stomach coming back. Okay.
Yep.
Lord Vorthree! Your reign of tyranny is at an end! For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused. And if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance for the future of all in Norvrant.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong. The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
Huh. Remorse? For the future of all? What nonsense is this? There is no justice but mine. No future but mine. No will but mine. It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world.
Ugh.
Me? Unseated? No. It's impossible. Inconceivable. Absurd. I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest. I reign from on high.
Keep telling yourself that, Valtteri.
I will not be brought low by maggots like you! Ah! Oh, yes, of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. Once I finish my dinner.
Oh God, no. Stop him! Thancred, stop him!
Where did he go?
What in the heavens? Did Vorthree do that?
Wait! That is Mount Gulg, the highest peak in Calusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now. But even if it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, Alphino.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds. Thank you.
I don't know if it will work, but if Vorthri's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects. Will you let me try?
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can provide.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Eating, though, so radio silent mode.
Yeah, I got me some chips and dips I'm eating as well.
I hear voices in my butt. They talk to me, call me a slut. They talk to me.
There we go.
What was you eating?
Cereal.
Cereal. Eating a damn sandwich.
That's what elderly man said. Man, we need to catch back up with beer and board games. We haven't watched them in like 2 years now.
I think it's been longer than that.
Probably. That's if they're even still a thing anymore.
True.
By the way, didn't they do a crossover with Red Letter Media at one point? I think they did.
No.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm fairly positive.
Pardon me. I know they did a crossover with somebody I didn't expect. Might have been Phalus, but I'm not sure.
You're going to be all right.
I think that's the last of them.
We've done all we can for the wounded. As for the rest...
Aren't you Alphino? The painter boy?
Dulia Chai is kind of adorable, and I don't know why.
Did something happen to us?
Let me handle this. Citizens of Yulmore, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be. Voltri is a sin-eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
Yeah.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Are you saying we were Voltri's puppets all this time?
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true. But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Voltri's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility. Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures. And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims. For history. For your conscience. You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more. I have said my piece. My thanks for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after VFXIV.
Is there anything we can do to help? You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
VFXIV has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
The only way to Mount Gulg is over the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves. If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
Well, the ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time. In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. After the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord VFXIV took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a Talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband. For he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Armoreng.
It's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can't?
No, that's not what I... It's just... All right, I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises.
You okay?
Those with strong backs, come
Just
with
my
me.
neck's starting to hurt a little
I'll
bit.
need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
Probably the weather. I need to go AFK again. Yeah, I'll be back in a bit.
Well done, brother.
Alright.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
Hey, Blue. Yep, I'm doing fine. Nice. I thought the Trunks DLC was actually pretty solid. Eh? I don't think so, unless they've expanded it since last time I played it. But maybe, I just can't remember. I know what you're about to do then. And actually, no, you're not dealing with Goku Black and Zamasu. Because remember, you haven't met Goasu. And, yeah. Because you gotta remember, even canonically, what happened after Trunks dealt with the androids in Cell is he dealt with a certain purple fluff ball with the help of Supreme Kai and Kibito. So... I'll say no more, because unless you know the lore, then that'll be spoilers. So you haven't watched any of the Dragon Ball Super or anything then, huh?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Hey, Blue. Roar.
Where the hell's that other pile of... There it is. Oh, I don't either, but I still found my ways to watch it. I'm a sneaky one.
Who has access to the internet? You can get your hands on anything you want to watch. If you know the methods.
Yep.
And let's be honest, sorry. Psycho Goreman is everything Dragon Ball should have been.
Mm. Just be glad it wasn't Psycho Al Gore, man.
That's... okay. No one really talks about Al Gore anymore, but okay.
That was the joke, dummy.
That's a joke that shows your age.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like me talking about Atari. Whenever I say Atari, everybody knows what I'm saying. There's a million different... well, there's tons of different Atari systems. But when someone says the Atari, we're talking about the Atari 2600. If anybody thinks of anything else, they're fucking lying. I'm not sure if you agree, but you know it's true. Yeah, I noticed. Which grats on that? That's awesome.
Is it a real PS5 or the digital one? What? What?
But that's kind of a true statement. It's kind of like if you're talking about the new Xbox. Did you get the Xbox Series X or the shit one?
The S is for sucks. So the real PS5 then.
So have you used your copy of Tales of Arise and played the PS5 version yet?
You really should. It's so different. Well, I imagine anyway, because I've only played the PS5 version.
I thought you said you tried the PS4 for a moment.
Oh yeah, I did. Just for a little bit. And I noticed some of the options were different between the two versions, and I'll be honest, the frame rate was kind of weirdly jank on the PS4 version.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure I saw you playing Final Fantasy VII Remake on your PS5 the other day on my friends list, Blue. I'm pretty sure. I'm not fully positive, but...
Hopefully it would be intergrade.
Who knows? You might not be able to order it right now, but there is a...
Well, when I say intergrade, I mean the PS5 upgraded version.
No, it'll be free access to the upgrade.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
DLC is... Well...
Yeah, I forgot about that. You're right.
Would you look at that? The citizens of Yulmore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible?
I need to get the other trophies on the DLC, but other than that, I've got the platinum trophy twice.
Yeah.
To deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason?
That was so weird when I upgraded to PS5 version. It was like, ding, trophy, ding, trophy. It's like, okay, sure.
Yeah, before I even started the game, I just sat there like, you know what, I'm just going to sit this out.
Yeah.
Crush them under heel.
I'm just going to let it do it.
Method of magic, and one still favored by Garlemald. But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This
I have 33 platinum trophies.
I don't know how many I have.
The conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it.
Just have to view your profile. You have 26.
Nice. That's assuming that's the most up-to-date version.
The vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls...
Are you able to check to see what my most recent platinum was?
Says Horizon Zero Dawn. No, well that's mine.
Like us incapable of trying.
Tales of Horizon. What one did you platinum most recently?
Super Neptunia RPG.
Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then
you'll need to go. Well, let me make sure. The list is weird. Yeah, it's got that. Sorry.
Okay.
Because it does the comparison list first, then after that it shows the ones that you have that I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Friends, loves.
It should also have Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 listed too, huh?
Yeah. Well, that gave you a big boost right there, amusingly enough, didn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
3 trophies for the price of 1 game.
I love it, Matt Selk, as well.
I do too.
Or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance.
Do I have to get the clip and link it?
Which one?
And then
either one, but the one I know you like the most.
Yeah, do it.
Was a city more magnificent?
Because it's so in character it hurts. And an AI did it too. You know?
She fairly gleamed.
Him itself is pure sass, and I love every moment of it.
He's so smarmy.
Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things
you go, Blue.
Remember, you are of the source, unlike the half-men here. You stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal, a complete existence in a complete world. But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero. Ah, there was one thing I had meant to ask. How well do you know the Exarch? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl? What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting. I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
and I'll go grab the other one that I want to show. Like one of the best examples of why I love him as a character. He's such a shit.
Yeah, I know the one.
I knew you could do it, dearest. I never doubted you for a
Where
moment.
are you? Come on. You're my favorite. Yeah, and this one, oh my god, this is my favorite because it's kind of literally what happens.
Pretty much.
But when we first met in this world, I was all but spent. I never thought to wonder why until now. I think it all just got to be too much. The guilt of causing the flood. Knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude.
Oh yeah, I'm eventually going to need to do the one role quests. I forgot.
Solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmett's self.
That moment in the story is literally when I realized I love this character.
Yeah.
Nothing is worth that.
I shall lend you my knowledge and all this other stuff. Bye.
Because that's literally just a few quests later. Just you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Glad tidings, my friend. The ladder lives again.
The three of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing down, we can always find someone else. That's the spirit. Come on, then.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time.
But even in the latest expansion...
And the town shrink below us.
Oh man, I don't know if I should say...
Awed and terrified.
You don't have any plans to play 14, do you?
We ascended without a word. The silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears.
I thought she did play it.
No one but me remembers that day.
You know,
Our journey and our
there's something weird about ghosts when you think about it.
Seek, and you may yet find.
Ghosts?
Yeah, like Ardbert here.
Oh, I was hoping I heard ghosts right, and you didn't say goats. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about goats?
Yeah, because like they can phase through everything, but yet they can ride an elevator. Like what? And what stops them from phasing through the floor after all, you know?
What? Hey, and the one mines in 11, wasn't there a ghost that, like, at the bottom of the elevator shaft that stays there and you can move the elevator?
I can't remember, but I know what mines you're talking about. It's
the window ghost.
Yeah.
That's next to.
No, I know which one it is. I'm just drawing a blank on it, on the name. I think it wasn't Gelspa, because that was the Orc territory. It wasn't Palboro, because that was in Gustav? No. The one Bastuk area that I'm drawing a blank on.
It is out. It is close to Bastuk. It's in the area connected to Bastuk. It's the land, like the Highland area with all the fucking windmills and shit.
Yeah, I know. It's also the same mines that connect to the Mavopolis, I do believe. I'm drawing a blank on the name. I feel like it started with a G or a K? I'm not sure.
Something like that. Yeah, I think there might have been a ghost that done that.
I do know that mine shaft, it always freaked me out every time I went there. Because you'd see the friggin' ghost people either like floating upside down in there, or like half in the wall, half not, and just floating around, and you would hear the echo of a siren go off every so often. It was like, ah!
That was great atmosphere in that spot.
Mm-hmm. Gustaberg was the zone I was thinking of. The one outside of Bastuk. But I ended up saying Gustav Tunnel, or referencing Gustav anyway.
I could possibly see a new game. I'd like a Dragon Ball game where we get to play Dragon Ball and not Dragon Ball Z. I want to be able to play through that story, but in a like action style, yeah.
Guzgan Mines, that was it.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, that's it. It's the Guzgan Mines. I'm sorry, it was bugging me too much. I had to look it up, you know?
We both knew what we were talking about, though.
Oh, yeah. Because I used to mine in Guzgan a lot, and I hated every time I was in there. Because it was just so eerie. And this was back in the day when I was really heavily suffering from anxiety, when I could barely even think about playing games like Resident Evil.
I loved the atmosphere in that area, though.
Oh, same. I loved it too, but I also hated it.
Now you need to go back and play some Resident Evil game.
No, I think I'm good.
You could. How you played through Resident Evil 5 with me?
Well, that was because I was playing it with you.
We need to play through 6 together soon.
I do have Resident Evil 4 that you bought me on Steam, I think it was. Or it might have been on PS4 or 5. I don't know. Either way, I know I have a version that you bought me recently that I've been meaning to play. I just haven't gotten around to it.
And we need to play through 6 as well.
Do I have 6?
You have it on PC? I bought it for both of us when it was on sale once so we could play it together.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I'd like to get like the trilogy of 4, 5, and 6 on my PS5 whenever they go on sale again.
There's a trilogy on PS5 with those?
Well, they're in a bundle together.
Well, yeah. That's what a trilogy typically is a bundle.
And
well, when it comes to packs, anyway.
And they need to make Code Veronica, not Resident Evil 4. They need to stop talking about that shit. Nobody wants a remake of 4. Everybody pretty much thinks 4 is fine how it is.
It pretty much is,
Code Veronica desperately needs a remake. I love that.
Oh, especially with a lot of the new content.
Perspective, I think it's one of the best.
Well, yeah, and the other thing, too, is from a story perspective, it's also one of the most important facets of it, because it brings in the origins of the T and the G virus. It brings the origins to everything into play. Because of, I think, what was her name? Was it Alexa Ashford? Something like that?
Something like that, yeah. Because that island is one of the ones like that Spencer and his fucking money went into.
Yeah, and then they also need to try to flesh out Lisa Trevor some more, which I'm actually really glad they brought her into the fold with Resident Evil Remake. Because she was in the original. She was just kind of mentioned and not really fleshed out, you know?
Yeah. I like the direction that the games are going lately. The movies, well, I always thought the one movie, they were shit. The first one, I thought it was pretty good, and I could add it into the game somehow. The second one made me mad. I thought the third one was entertaining. After that, they're schlocky but entertaining, but shit for Resident Evil. And that latest Resident Evil movie, I have mixed feelings about.
Same.
Because aesthetically, they nailed it.
Except for a few minor things here and there.
Well, no, I just said the aesthetics they nailed.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the characters. My bad.
No, I was getting ready to say my problem is with the story and some of the characters, actually a lot of the characters.
Yeah, because they took a lot of creative liberties with Leon and Jill.
But with everyone. Like Claire, for example, that is not her character.
Yeah, that's not her character, but at least she looked the part.
She didn't really to me. But
she kind of looked like the Code Veronica version, which, I mean...
The character that looked the best for the dumbest reason is Chris. And that's because even if he wasn't consistent, he would still be consistent for Chris.
Yeah, because even Chris doesn't know who Chris is.
Chris has never looked the same, so why not?
The only time he ever did look the same was in Resident Evil 1 in the Mercenaries mode of RE2.
That's because you're just pulling models from it, you know?
I know. And technically, Chris's involvement in the Mercenaries mode is non-canon anyway, because all Mercenary modes are non-canon.
That's true. A lot of the extra side stuff uses isn't canon. Other than certain things, like Hunk's side game in Resident Evil 2, that is canon.
Oh, you're talking about the thing that leads into Tofu?
Yeah, the Tofu shit, of course, is non-canon, but Hunk's story, it is canon. That is completely canon.
It's so annoying. I've never actually beaten Tofu's version of it. I've came super, super close, like literally inches from getting out of there, but I always mess up somehow, you know?
I have, but I'm also one of those weirdos that sped run the original Resident Evil with just an eye.
I still find your
I don't know if
I still find your projected time a bit debatable, questionable, but I don't discredit that you did it. Just that time's a bit fishy.
But if you let me get back into it and let me play through it a couple times, I promise you I can do it again. It's all about knowing where everything is and
yeah, but I mean I've seen like seasoned actual seasoned speedrunners and even pass runs who couldn't clear it in under an hour.
But the thing is, I'm telling you the time that the game gives me at the end.
Oh, not real time.
I'm not telling you the time. Yeah. Real time, I don't know. Because I played it just on the fucking console back when I was younger. I didn't have anything to time it with. Real time, I don't know. That's the time that tells me at the end of the game.
Thank you for the raid, my dude.
But with enough practice, I'm sure I could do it. Yeah. Welcome, people. Serenia's spittle spattle. A condensation.
Condensation.
And now I'm gonna pet my kitten. Luke, come over here. I'm just sitting on the
That
computer
too
chair.
is condensation.
You need to come over someday soon, sir, so you can see Luke.
I know, I want to.
So you can get your God of War back and those figure things that I bought you for Starlink like 3 years ago.
Yeah, even though I haven't touched Starlink since back then.
Hey, just give you a reason too, so you can play with parts.
Barf. Alright, man. Have a good night. Dun 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 dun. That's a big fat tire.
Big fat tire.
No, lumber attacked me.
Smoking sexy style.
Smoking sexy style.
Let's be honest. Like Reaper's moves kind of do look like they're out of Devil May Cry, don't they?
A little bit, yeah. But it's mostly the particle effects more than anything.
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few Sin Eaters out there.
Well, I don't know in DMC5 if Dante has a scythe or not.
Then. It seems the
Does
closer
he?
we get to Mount Gulg, the more there are.
He
Not
does in DMC.
Well, DMC is the only time he's ever had a true scythe. Because remember, the Sparta can turn into a scythe.
Yeah, but in DMC, like he does have a scythe in that one. That's one of the style switches.
Looks a lot bigger from here, doesn't it? If I were Vorthri, the first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many Sin Eaters as I could lay my hands on.
I love Alice. She's great.
And judging by the number we've already faced, his lordship is of the
Just
same
like a
mind.
little sister to us.
This is going to be a tough climb. But first things first.
Especially if it was
We
that way
need
to me, because the
determine
class
if
that she
climbing
plays.
is even an option. Y'shtola is right to be worried.
I don't know what class she
Flying
was before
may
she
be
became
our
a red
only
mage.
choice after all.
Summoner.
Was she?
Yeah. She was the counter to Alfino being a scholar, remember?
Yeah, well, technically, Alfino was not scholar. He's academician, something like that.
She was the counter. Well, she used a book like he did. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she was still called Summoner, if I recall correctly. But with Alfino, he is technically a scholar, but he's also not. It's weird.
Urianger. And you too, Exarch.
The only time Alfino becomes a actual named class, like the one that is the same as the players, is Sage.
Yeah, but it was towards the end of Heaven's Word that we saw what Alice was to become because she pulled the rapier from her brother's book, remember?
Yep.
And that was our first glance into Red Mage.
Well, it wasn't a rapier. It was like a magic crystal-y sword-looking thing. But then
It
after
was
that,
designed like a rapier.
ish, yeah. But then someone's like, I forget who it was, but I know someone looked at that and they had a weapon specifically crafted for her, and that one was a rapier. You know. Actually, whatever happened to that sword? I know she used it for a while, the crystal-looking rapier. I don't know if she still has it, though.
Well, it seems flying is off the table.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
All those light wardens up there looking like a swarm of bugs from the ground.
I know.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
What are you doing, Luke?
It would seem our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw to consider another course.
How about a giant fuck-off tell us?
Thither should we make our way.
A big rock robot.
Wouldn't that be called a rockbot?
A rock.
A rockadine.
That's what I rock hard abs, baby.
Nice.
Boom, baby.
I'm the Joker, baby! What?
The best version of the Joker. I love that. It's so stupid.
The source that it came from is even more hilarious. Because it was like from the dude's like amateur like play during a Halloween event or something.
Yeah, but the thing is, let's be honest, that is the takeaway line from that video.
Yeah, he nailed it for sure.
100%. The takeaway line.
But you know the interesting part about Joker is he's written in such a way that, in a way, he's kind of like Rick and Morty, in that everything is canon, no matter how you portray him, it's accurate.
Yeah, even the fucking shitty Jared Leto version.
His is towing the line from what I've heard. His is less Joker and more psycho.
I can accept it being a variant of the Joker, just not a good one.
Yeah. It almost kind of feels like he's one of the poser lackeys that Joker would set up as a body double. You know?
I don't know, I think... No, I can accept him as the actual Joker, it's just a different variant of it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In short, there's no path, and the sky is thick with
really awful.
winged devils.
And it's funny that variant, like, originally is sandwiched between probably two of the best versions of the Joker ever.
Meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels.
The Heath Ledger and the Joaquin Phoenix
and without
one.
the expertise of men such as Sid, we are in no position to
Those
attempt a refit.
are two excellent versions of that character.
Yeah, and what's funny is there's one that's both good and bad at the same time. And what I mean by that, it was just Jack Nicholson being Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, but that one, like, visually feels the most Joker.
Yeah, but of course, you can't talk about Joker without mentioning Cesar Romero.
I love Cesar Romero's Joker. It's like corny as fuck, but I love it.
Yeah.
Especially, I love that he just didn't even shave the mustache. That's what makes him more iconic. It's just painted over his mustache.
Yeah, I never would have noticed that if someone didn't point it out.
I always noticed that as a kid, but I never minded because I thought it made that version stick out.
Mount
You know?
Gulg will not soon
Yeah.
come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land,
Most of the animated
mayhap the
versions of the
land
Joker
may be
also
made
will,
to come to the
especially
mountain.
the Batman the Animated
form of a
series. That
Talos.
one is awesome.
A Talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in
But
its grasp.
in my opinion, Mark Hamill is definitely the voice of the Joker.
Oh, absolutely.
Such a golem would be an onerous undertaking indeed.
Who would have thought that Luke Skywalker would be one of the best Joker voices?
Balderdash! No one has ever made one even half that size. Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex. Though I suppose
I'm gonna go play some more Slime Rancher.
Perhaps it needed
I'm gonna ranch the slime.
solid base.
My brain, I never said it out loud, but my brain always wants to say Monster Rancher, even though I know it's not Monster.
Call it Slimer Rancher.
We would still need a veritable army of people.
No, I'm not ranching annoying ghosts. Okay?
It would take decades, if not a nice round century.
So we need more hands. And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Oh, let's see. First, we need people to procure the stone for the chassis. The rock found near the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It would be a simple task to quarry the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required...
In the source, we need more chubby Makote, because they're so cute.
Even though there's only really two that you can see in the game itself. One being Gulia Chai, and the other one's just a random nameless NPC that wanders the halls of Yulmore occasionally.
While you do that,
Unless we count those few in the intro
sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
You mean the teaser trailer?
Oh, they're in the
Then
intro
I shall
too.
return to Calusia. From fishers to carpenters, Yulmore is home to all manner of talented folk.
Is there anything else you need?
By the way, I was a little bit disappointed that Gaia didn't show up during our visit back to the first.
Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken
Oh.
a talent of this size would require an entire congregation.
Yeah, a little bit as well. Lips McGee.
Many
Yeah.
among the Knights Blessed are gifted in the arcane arts. I will
But,
recruit
I mean,
them to our cause.
Reen did mention the festival, so she was at least, I guess, passively mentioned, even though she was never mentioned. But that, and I don't know if that festival is mentioned one way or the other. I don't know.
The
Fey folk, too, possess surpassing aptitude in magics. Yet they are not wont to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise,
I just want them to give
all
me
manner of mischief.
Gaia's
That
shit
being
kicker
the
boots,
case,
okay?
I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium.
Especially me being as tall and big as I am as a female Rugazian, I could crush a motherfucker with those. I can make people hurt just by stepping on them.
Of Yulmore and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed and the Maud, and even those miners. But that's just about everyone in Ballynorth.
Actually, it's gonna be her outfit in general. I love Gaia's outfit.
People. And how did you come to have so many friends?
Put that on the fucking cash up. Promiscuous cheese.
The artist Alfino and his assistants. I'm sorry, but there's just no other answer.
Oh, dearest, have you forgotten already? Alfino told us that when we first met.
Actually, that may not have been...
Julia really is.
No,
Like, way more adorable than you'd think she'd be.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you first meet her, she kind of seems like your typical, you know, Karen.
So, as you can see, you will not
But that was just
you would think that, but then as you
get
to know her, like, no, she's anything but.
Oh yeah, she's extremely adorable, if majorly naive.
She's such, but she's a pure sweetheart.
Heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
It's like, even if she does say something that feels a bit like, oh, I don't know if I say that, like, it's out of
It's-
naivete.
And pure innocence, yeah.
Like, she doesn't mean it like that, I promise.
And we'll bring the whole world with
She's
us.
just rich and dumb.
Yep, pretty much.
But I bet with as rotund as she is, she gives amazing hugs. You know?
Yeah.
And I mean that in the most endearing of ways.
Of course, I'm pretty sure Chai News would disagree with you. Because if you
he's
use
a the boy though, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's a twig. But if you
smart,
use the
he's not
if you
strong.
use the wind up Dahlia Chai minion though, when she picks him up, his version, his wind up self freaks the fuck out. Like, I know, you know.
But it's great how much he loves his wife though.
Oh god, yeah, he'd do anything for her.
Like that's something they've done a great job at representing in the story.
Encourage Chai News. Duty commenced. Alfino once struggled to collect firewood.
For we are the warriors of darkness. Sari is the warrior of Candy Crush.
Uh-huh.
Ranching is hard business, yo.
We liberated the castle with a strategy that many would call absurd.
You're absurd. You're the news, you are.
I'm sorry. Then we'll go together! protect those I love. Duty complete. I do think it's funny that Dolia Chai has some Lalafell emotes.
Yeah. It's about to add to the adorableness in its own right, so.
I do have to wonder how Grahatia managed to keep his tail hidden under that robe.
Wrapped it around him like a belt. He Goku'd it.
Yeah, really. I can't see the line, but what is a man? No matter what, I can't see it in nothing. But what is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
Pile of secrets, but enough talk.
Have at you.
The best fucking goddamn dialogue ever.
It is a little cheesy, but the cheese is what makes it.
It's fucking awesome, okay? Just period.
Well, Dracula's lines are perfect, I think, but maybe Richter's could have used some work.
Yeah, but Richter's plays into it great, okay?
True. Die, monster. Mankind
you don't
ill
belong in this world.
Oh, that's it, yeah. I got ahead of myself. And
mankind
ill needs a savior such as you. It is not by my hand that I am once again